What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the vlog again. I'm so sorry that I had to take the video down, and I realized that I needed to revise the giveaway details.
Here's how you guys enter. Check out Enthusiast Threads on Instagram. Go like and share the recent photo. Has to be up for 48 hours and you're automatically entered.
So you guys heard the man. Literally all you need to do is go over and like the page Enthusiast Threads, share the most recent photo that I have posted, leave it up for 48 hours, and you will be automatically entered for a chance to win the free 40-inch light bar. Also, go give Max Check Vid some love. Almost at 10K. Making moves, brother. You know it. Now let's get back to the normal video. I don't know if you guys remember when I was taking my Duramax over to get a detail, I was going into details about how, I was going into details about how my GoPro broke. Well, come to find out, GoPro actually acknowledged our claim that Otto broke the camera, and that's the truancy of the fact is he broke the camera. He knocked it off of the table that it was on and it fell face down and broke. So they took the camera back because we didn't do anything of an epic sort. They don't cover epic damages, just an FYI. And we got a brand new one. So it's cool because now I have my action camera back. Can also film the honeymoon that I'm going to be going on in literally just a few weeks. The wedding is less than 15 days away by the time that you're watching this video, so that's kind of crazy. And at least now I can get some action shots. It's nice to have the GoPro back in the arsenal. I'm filming on the T6i right now. I love the T6i, but the GoPro is the absolute right tool for the job for some certain things. So you guys probably remember from the videos that I just posted before this one, we were out screaming around in the Duramax with the big turbo. I got some great sound clips for you guys. And how insane does this turbo sound? I mean, I'm absolutely blown away, and the feelings that I get to drive the truck are still like that little kid in a candy shop. Like I just get like, I go out and drive it, and it's like the coolest thing ever. But the thing that's kind of sucked is I have the trans tunes in, and I'm actually gonna do a whole separate vlog reviewing the trans tunes because those things are great. The truck still has to learn a little bit. The Allison is a smart transmission, so it will adapt to kind of my DURTYMAX Jack driving dynamics. But the engine hasn't had its tune because it's on the DSP-5. So the one requirement that I needed to ultimately finish filling that pie was the DSP-5 switch, which is right here. So basically that is a switch that we're gonna plug into, I think like the ECM harness, whatever that says, blah, 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 I think it's upside down. So we're gonna get this thing installed and then we're gonna go out and we're gonna see how the actual performance tunes feel on the new turbo setup, which I'm actually stoked for because driving the truck around right now, it's making a whole bunch of good sounds, but it's like not really going anywhere fast. So let's work our way around the truck here. Nice to have a garage because it's like 100 degrees on a shitty, hot, humid Pennsylvania day. Damn you, D-Max Rhino, for your California weather. Come up over here. I can open the hood in the garage too. Check this out. It's a little tight, so it's not like you want to ramrod it up. But we stop it right around there. That big, beautiful purple turbo, Worldy Fab. You guys are an amazing company. Love you guys. And PPEI Tuning, of course. Gonna get this switch installed. Never installed one of these switches, so don't really know what to expect. But from what I understand from reading online, it's not all that bad. All right, guys, so we're on the GoPro. You can really see the big shift in quality difference. So just opening up this DSP-5 switch right now. See, there's not all that much in it. Literally the switch, right? That comes with the knob and the appropriation levels, tuning 1 through 5. It's got a little wiring harness here, or wiring sock, and then of course the switch itself. Laying on my hood, it's not really the most comfortable planking location, as some of you might imagine. Luckily there's a decently big pedestal here. I do most of my work on my trucks, guys, to answer your question, at least the shit that I know I can do. The more complicated shit like that is stuff that I don't do, but luckily I have the GoPro so I can film the action. You can see me in rawest form. I just wanted to give you guys an update. I've got the terminal housings disconnected off the battery. I've got the plastic shrouds off. You can see I've disconnected the one ECM module harness here. So I've got the cable fished through the firewall, went through the hood latch opening there in the firewall. I'm gonna put that little rubber grommet back on. I've got the backing off the ECM plug that I'm working on and the front piece off, which is all right there. That stuff might look familiar. Basically, I have to tap into this hole down here, which is really hard to see, with a 1/16 inch drill bit. That way I can fish these two connectors through. So kind of nervous about drilling into my ECM harness. Well, good news, my dumbass thought I had to drill them out, but come to find out it's just a little bit of pressure. So I used the drill as a handle to push because they weren't all that easy to get out, but it wasn't plugged in. So for whatever reason, my camera didn't grab that last segment. My GoPro's been freezing, I guess because it's so hot out. But here's a little update. Got the harness back in, which is right there. Just need to put the covers back on and need to get the battery connected. And I'm gonna give this thing its first start with the DSP-5 switch. By the way, this is like my favorite tool ever. It's the little M12 Fuel Red Lithium 2.0 handheld wrench. This thing is epic. You can see that the switch is kind of just hanging here miscellaneously. I do plan on tucking this up under the truck. I don't really want to drill a hole right here, which is what most people do. I'm not really a big fan of that. Don't want to drill into the panel if I don't have to. Gonna find a location for this. I think its final location is gonna be right in there, but I'm not too worried about that right now. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Isn't the quality of the audio so much nicer now? It's insane how much of a difference the little GoPro to the big Canon T6i can make. Although I do love this GoPro because getting in those tight areas and filming, as you could see me planking under the hood of the truck, would not be all that easy when I would have to hold a large DSLR camera forward facing. I like to use my Joby Pod when I'm regular vlogging, but when it comes to those kind of things, you guys are just gonna have to deal. So we're out here cruising in the truck, trying to let it warm up, get up to operating temperature a little bit. You guys can see we've got some verbiage here behind us, but I'll get into that in a little bit. That way you guys have a little bit of a better viewpoint from the outside. Obviously, it's an enthusiast sticker. It came out really sick looking. I'll show you all that in a minute. I don't want to get too ahead of myself. Trying to get out to a nice area, that way we can step into this thing a little bit. I did message Chad at PPEI because I honestly had no clue on how the DSP-5 switch worked. Apparently I can just switch between 1 through 5 tunes on the fly. Literally, it's kind of a fitting name, huh? How ironic. All right, I'm not gonna step into it too much here, but I can't leave you guys hanging without this noise. God, that makes me so happy. So just like the Stratman does, you know, he's all about his food vlogs. I don't know if you guys watch his channel or not, but I get a kick out of it. I've actually always kind of wanted to move out to Utah, which is part of the reason that I watch his channel. I like his content too, but he is out in Park City, Utah. He's like one of my dream locations to live. I'd love to live out there, but I want to share with you guys that are around the world and, you know, around the US, some of the beauties of Pennsylvania as well. And I know that I bitch about it a lot because it does give reason to bitch about. You know, the humidity, the shitty weather, the rain, the snow, the salt, northeast, all that crap. But the summer is absolutely beautiful regardless of all the bitching that I do. All right, so we're on a little bit more of an open road. Let's see how this thing does. Woo! Mexico, ladies and gentlemen, cornfields of Mexico. So I decided to up the tune a little bit. I went from tune 2 to tune 3. Don't know how much of a difference I'm gonna observe with this, but figured that I'd let you guys try to observe as well. It's kind of hard to open it up completely, but here we go. Wow, tune 2 to tune 3 is a drastic difference. My goodness. I guess I caught the gear at the right time too, because Jesus, that thing pepped up fast. Holy shit. That puts a smile on your face no matter how shitty of a day you had. Wow, the new turbo is insane. I cannot believe this thing. The tunes made a huge difference just to my anticipation. I'm sure you guys watched that last video that had all that turbo whistle goodness in it, that eargasmic sound. The truck was not moving at all. Like I said, it was making a ton of great sounds, but it wasn't moving. Now, it's a totally different story. I am stoked at this. I'm gonna let the trans learn a little bit more of these tunes. I did do the learn process on some of my past videos and kind of out of that and whatnot. But I still am going to take some data logs with the outdated AutoCal that I have, and there's like shit all over the side of my truck. I have no idea what it is. So check this out, guys. This is a big change. A lot of you are encouraging me to do the enthusiast sticker, and I'm honestly a huge fan, and I feel like it fits the back of the truck very well. Here, I'll give you guys some other angles. Obviously, you'll see it in Instagram posts and things along those lines. And to be completely honest, I'm probably gonna take some photos of the truck up here. One really cool feature of my camera is I can actually take photos while I'm vlogging. Oh yeah, all about that angle. One big reason that I love filming vlogs with a DSLR, obviously all the quality perks are there too, but take pictures while you're vlogging, that's epic. So yeah guys, the enthusiast sticker's on. Drop a comment down below and let me know what you think. I personally think it looks really badass. It fits the boldness of the truck. It's wide, it's bold, and it says something, and that's ultimately what I want. So if you guys are at all interested in stickers, I got them available now. I've got large ones like this that you'll see on the Enthusiast website, which is linked in the description below. Or you guys could get the smaller ones, which are more or less like corner stickers. They are 1.5 inches tall by 9 inches wide. What I really wanted to do was give you all the ability to pick up the Enthusiast brand. So many of you are so stoked about the brand, it's just some of you guys don't like to wear hats. Shirts are coming eventually, but I wanted to give that out there anyway for you guys. Probably getting pretty familiarized with Jake right now. He's the kid that went out and bought the T7i, the kid that went up to me in that past video that I referenced before. Deserted location that he doesn't live too far from, so he's actually gonna come over here so we can get some rolling shots for you guys. And then that way we can do a little bit of comparison between the two exhaust notes. So we got together just before the big turbo was installed so we could record some different sound snippets of the stock turbo on the truck with all the, the previous mods. Because I didn't want to, forget what the truck sounded like. It still sounded really badass, but obviously not as badass as the truck does now. But that way, at least it'll give you guys a little bit of a perspective as to how much the exhaust note has actually changed. Speak of the devil, there he is. I just wanted to go into some details for you guys about, the most notable differences between having a fixed vane turbo versus having a VVT turbo. So the first thing that I want to knock out of the park is, yes, there's a little bit more turbo lag. I'm not going to say that there's much more turbo lag, but there is a notable difference in the overall interaction with the turbo. But what's good is, I noticed right away when I installed the DSP5 switch that Corey did do some calibrations between TCM and ECM, so now they're actually communicating to each other, Whereas when I filmed the last vlog, there was a huge disconnect. The transmission was insanely confused, and I really didn't know what to do because, like I said, the map that the truck was running on at the time was really just a map to clear any codes and to get me driving. That way I could drive home from John's house. John CL5P, the guy that helped me install all the parts on the truck. The truck is so much different. It just is an animal now. It wants to just go, 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 go. I'm honestly not even accustomed to how much it wants to pull in the upper RPMs. The truck was fast when it was stock, guys. I mean, don't get me wrong. If you're looking at this video and you're thinking, oh shit, well, to make my LML fast, I have to go out and put a big turbo on it. No, 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 no. You guys have it all wrong if you're thinking that way. That is a total misconception because the stock turbos on these things are capable probably of like 500 horsepower, and don't quote me on that, but if you're on the max effort tune, I'm sure that that turbo would pull very well, and I'm referring to the stock one. But big observations right off the bat. Clearly, guys, there's no variable vane, so it's not going to make that like notable hissing sound anymore. It's more or less iconic to the legacy LB7, right? That was the first Duramax platform that was ever released, and it didn't have a variable vane turbo. The second thing is fuel economy. I've noticed a decrease in fuel economy because the CP3, the Sportsman CP3 is actually doing its part. It's delivering the fuel that it needs. Overall, the driving dynamics of the truck haven't changed too much now that I have the correct tunes in the truck. But really, really pleased with the truck overall. Totally stoked on behalf of Whirly Fab. Jason Whirly, thank you so much. On behalf of PPEI as well. Corey and Chad, thank you guys. Continue to ask your questions in the comments below. That way I can aggregate all of them and we can knock out a badass ballin' question and answer next video. And that one, I promise you guys, I'm sorry that I fell through on the promise, but I was doing really exciting things. We got the enthusiast sticker that's now good and mounted. We've got that giveaway that's happening on behalf of 30,000 subscribers, so I want to thank you all again for helping me reach 30,000 subscribers. What a massive milestone, and now we're going to shoot for 50K, and then maybe we'll do something real crazy. Who knows? I'm thinking about going out and procuring some tires and just roasting them. You guys agree with that? I think you agree with that. So remember, guys, that giveaway is happening. So with that said, if you haven't already, please like this video. Really would appreciate it. If you haven't already also, please subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. And now all I can ask of you guys is have a phenomenal night. Take care.